The meaning learned from Acid Grace, featuring Soul Eater. Okay, so in Soul Eater, Maka Albarn is having to overcome a lot of grief and shadow to create soul resonance with her partner, Soul. And that was a lot of the thing with the anime is that she had to overcome her own shadow to become a better fighter. Because the fighters in the anime are already high peak. They're already top notch, but they had to figure out from their emotional development how to become even better fighters, or fighters that are competent with their emotional regulation and emotional awareness to be able to understand how to negotiate with each other and become better team players. That's usually how the anime worked. They were already good fighters, but they had to be good communicators with themselves, amongst each other, to fight for the better cause of what they were after. So, but in terms of Acid Grace, it's true that you learn a lot of meaning from it. You same as with Maka. Her Acid Grace was having to deal with losing people closer to her and having to process the emotion how they feel. But she had her ideal of bravery, which was to persevere no matter what, and that led her to give her the courage to fight for her own good. And even if she didn't actually lose anybody, but the idea that was giving her a lot of grief, and having some kind of loss take her down for for some parts of the anime, and but I'm making a hard tie between that and Acid Grace. But basically, Acid Grace is when you're purified from your experiences, when there's struggles, your sacrifices, your suffering, and being purified into acid through Acid Grace means that you're learning from your struggles and your terrors and your horrors. You're learning from them, and you're processing how to be a better person. But I think you do learn a lot of meaning and blessings from that. You can glean that from them. Because Acid Grace means you're going to already become a better person anyways, no matter what you do. It doesn't mean you shouldn't control what you do about it, but it means that if you're already suffering, just hang in there for the long haul and hold on and don't give up. Because you're going to learn a lot of blessings and bounties from that. So, someone who knows how to endure Acid Grace is going to become a good healer and teacher and practitioner. They just simply will. I said this a lot about shamanism already. You become a good healer just by practicing how to be patient with your wisdom, how you add the balloon box together, how you assemble your wisdom from the learned experiences you had in your life, from learning from stupid decisions and sacrifices and experiences you had that were hard, and having to learn from them the way that they were fated for you. That is the Acid Grace I'm talking about. Learning from that is how you become a better person. And so you become a better person by enduring Acid Grace and letting it purify you and letting it make you a better person. But for Acid Grace to be encouraged, I think you can just choose to do hard things and that makes life easier, as opposed to doing easy things for life to be harder. It doesn't have to be that cynical. I mean, you can do some things that are relaxing and therapeutic and they will still help you. But hard decisions, in theory, should be allowing your life to be easier, because it means that you're willing to put discipline first and not necessarily rewarding hedonism too much. It means that you're willing to be able to work for your goals first and foremost without holding back too much of what makes you feel fulfilled with your pursuits. So, Acid Grace allows you to understand that. Being suffered and being nourished through stubborn sacrifice allows a person to understand how they become a better person. They have to suffer anyways in the long run. Everyone suffers. I say that a lot. But when you are having to already suffer and you're having to learn and you get purified from your growth and discomfort and evolution, that's going to give you a lot to work with. And you can still assemble these as you need to and have control over it. Determinism is not necessarily the sacrifice of all free will. It just means you have control over things that are within your realm of configuration. So in other words, they came to you in a faded way, but you get to choose how you use them. And that's at least with Acid Grace. It is fated, it is coming to be a good thing, and it is bound to be beautiful. because you actually get a lot of meaning and derive a lot of help from being purified through acid grace. You don't have to see it as a curse. You don't have to see it as a stubbornness or a foolish pointlessness. It doesn't have to be like that. Being purified through acid grace is a good thing. Don't see it as a curse. I indulge you to figure out what parts of your life you're suffering through and what's causing you to see things you normally would not have seen before if you hadn't suffered in the first place. That is the busting I'm talking about. That is what acid grace gives a person. And just like Maka from Soul Eater, you discovered through your own way how to become fearless and courageous and step forward to the life you want to have, even if it's still hard. That is the meaning you can get from being purified through acid grace. Take care, everyone. Stopmotion is on the move.